So regular viewers of the channel may remember Dave when I looked at his solar and vehicle to grid system. So I'm back here today and looking at his 2017 Tesla Model X. Oh.
For some reason.
They shut with quite a thud, don't they?
As you can see, everything is still working on the car mat, but it's still like brand new, to be fair. I love it to bits. It's currently done 168,000 miles, never misses a beat. It's just absolutely perfect. So we press that button there and we get the trips up, and as you can see, the mileage.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
168,000 miles.
The whole shame of it is that, yes, I would like a new Model X, but that's not going to happen because they're not making them anymore, as we all know. So, in my view, there isn't another car on the market which comes anywhere close to what this car does and achieves. To think that when I grabbed hold of everything and bought this car back in October 2017, it was a big decision, new EV to most people, and to spend £98,500 on a car was a bit of a gulp. But we did it, and I'm really happy that we did. There's no way that I will ever get rid of this car because it's just been awesome. So even now, if I was paying for electricity and I've still got free supercharging for the life of the car, it's 5.4 pence a unit overnight, which is just unbelievable. And I'm still averaging, even now, something like 3 miles per kilowatt, which is insane when you think it's, what, 2.8 ton car, I think. Yeah, so
would you be tempted with the new Model Y Long if that comes to the UK later this year?
I think that
it's not that much smaller.
The problem is it's not really big enough for me, even the extended version, because I do tend to use this as a van, being in office furniture. I can get 7 operators chairs in here quite comfortably. And because we avoid congestion charges, etc., and so cheap to run, it's a difficult one. So would I buy a Model Y? I'm not sure. I'd like to stay with Tesla. I think what I might do is go, if something went drastically wrong with this, or it got totaled through no fault of my own, I would definitely go into the second user market. I mean, this car is probably worth £10,000 to £12,000 because of the higher mileage on WeBuyAnyCar.com. And I've seen some splendid Model X's for 18, 19, 20,000, which is a no-brainer. This is a 100 kilowatt version, and even now on a full charge, I'm still getting on the clock over 300 miles. I'm not saying that's real miles, but that's what it's showing. And when we had it checked a few months ago by Tesla, the battery was still holding up at 88%, which is incredible. So there we go.
So this is still on its original battery and original motor?
Absolutely, yeah.
So what have you replaced over the, how many years has it been? 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25,
It's 8.5 years.
Yeah, 9 years. So, yeah, 8.5 years old.
It's 9 years in October. So what have I changed? I had to have a new motor in the near side door for the window opening and closing.
Mm-hmm.
That hurt a bit. It corroded. Water had got into it. I think it was about 600 quid's worth, actually. And more recently, I've had a wire and harness in the near side Falcon wing door. So on top of that, nothing really. I've still only had one set of brake shoes, and it's serviced regularly as much as it should be.
So no suspension components, yeah?
Yes, that's the normal, isn't it? You know, but only on the front. The back is held up fine. But over the years, I've probably had a couple of replacement arms on the front end.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what else I can say, really. Just that it's an awesome car.
So all in on all the repairs over 168,000 miles, are you looking at about £1,000 cost?
I would say probably 1,500 to 2,000, if I'm honest. Yeah. I've had 3 windscreens, though, through no fault of my own, you know, as it all happens. The last one was definitely a pothole, which was a stress factor. Nothing I could do about it, but luckily I'm insured with the NFU, and I think it cost me £95. So that was a no-brainer.
Yeah. I've noticed it's got a Tesla logo in the windscreen, so it's an original Tesla glass. I guess there's no third-party manufacturers making Model X windscreens.
They are, and in fact, it's very difficult to get a branded windscreen from Tesla. But I insisted on it because the second one I had was an aftermarket, whatever they want to call them, and it started chipping all over the place. And of course, you lose some of the shaded areas that go around the windscreen. And of course, you've got to have the Tesla logo, and you don't get those on remarket stuff. So
what I would like to know is, how are you finding software updates? Because I see you on 2026.8.3, which is the same that I've got in my Model Y. But are you finding these aren't really giving you any new features anymore?
They're very limited, but obviously it's always nice to get the over-the-air updates. I think what really shook me was about 18 months ago, they Tesla contacted me and offered to upgrade all the cameras for free.
Really?
And I thought, well, why would they want to do that? So it went into Tesla and Milton Keynes, and they changed all of the cameras. The bill for just the cameras alone, I've still got somewhere, was £1,700 and something, and a 0 at the bottom of it. So it was all done complimentary. And I asked why the cameras were being changed, and they said to enable all new updates to be allowed to come through on the car. They didn't need to do that, they did. And, you know, you can't take it away from Tesla for doing that.
Originally, this car would have had a hardware 2.5 Autopilot computer. Tesla did a free upgrade to a hardware 3 computer and replaced all the cameras because Dave originally purchased FSD with the car. And of course, this is something he's still waiting for. So you're on the same computer that I've got in my 2-year-old Model Y.
Amazing. And when they had this technology, you know, all those years ago, I've always thought that Tesla are 10, 12 years ahead of anybody else with their technology. I'm always surprised at what comes up and what happens.
Well, even this screen, I think these are 17 inches, aren't they? There's just not another car out there with a screen the size of these still. And my 2014 Model S had the same size screen. Yet back then, cars had 2-inch screens in their cars. It's amazing. This channel has had over 15 million views, yet only has 40,000 subscribers, whereas it should be 3 to 4 times that, because over 90% of the viewers are not subscribed. Please do, it's completely free, it's only a click for you, and it really does help. Dave's Model X is in fantastic condition for a car that's done nearly 170,000 miles, and is a bit of a workhorse as he's regularly carrying loads and towing large trailers. The only thing that's showing its age is the passive spoiler wing on the boot, where the lower aluminium part is corroding, but it's hardly visible, and the new replacement part is only £93 from Tesla. For what was a very expensive premium car, these have pretty reasonable running costs, especially when you have lifetime free supercharging. Looking on AutoTrader, the Model X starts from around £15,500 now, but Dave's 100D, even at this sort of mileage, is worth around £17,000. I hope you found this video useful. You know what to do if you have, and I'll see you on the next one. If you like the video, please do click the thumbs up button, and leaving a comment also helps too. Plus, of course, subscribe if you're not. If the video saved you time or money, a little support via Ko-fi or the Super Thanks button would mean a lot. There's over 1,300 videos on the channel, so have a browse, use the search, and have a look at the playlists. And here's 2 videos you may want to check out.